Divine command theory is the view that moral principles are defined and justified in terms of divine will. In terms of the question why people should be moral, the answer given by divine command theorists is fairly straightforward. Namely, people should be moral because the divine commands them to be moral. And the way we distinguish in this theory between good and evil is in the following straightforward way. What God commands people to do is good, because he commands it. What God forbids is evil, because he forbids it. Now, God is regarded as perfectly good, so it seems reasonable to infer that what he commands must be good. Also, in terms of going back to the notions of moral enforcement, rewards and punishment and so forth, morality, assuming the theory is correct, is enforced by divine agents, as well as divine rewards and divine punishments. Now, divine command theory can also be considered a form of deontology, specifically a rule-based deontology, because typically in religion, the idea is that morality is presented in terms of rules. Thou shalt do this, thou shalt not do that. And of course, the duty to obeying God. Now, why do people find divine command theory appealing? Well, one reason is it provides a very definite foundation for ethics, namely God. Also, for those who believe in God, it seems to be required by the fact that God is omnipotence, namely the idea that if we interpret God being all-powerful to mean that God can do anything, even the impossible, that would seem to mean that God can command whatever, and this would be right because he commands it. Now, again, if we assume that God is omnipotent, it seems implausible to think there could be anything above God or equal to God. And so, on some interpretations, the idea that God, has to will what is good would constrain or limit God, and hence God should be able to will anything, being all-powerful. And this, of course, would mean that God simply determines morality by his will. What he wills is good because he wills it. What is bad because he wills it to be bad. Now, it answers the question, why be moral? Because, assuming you buy into the usual theory associated with divine command theory, it provides a clear reward for goodness, typically heaven or heaven-like place. And of course, punishment for disobeying is guaranteed, typically hell or a hell-like place. Morality is thus objective in the sense that it's not a matter of our opinion or our culture, it is pronounced by God. Now, of course, it's subjective to him, but from our standpoint, morality would be objective. Because there would be a fact of the matter as to what God commanded or what God didn't command. Well, now turn to take a look at our example for divine command theory, which is John Duns Scotus.